to live with a saint or a sage, the very presence itself can reveal to you what you may not able to find by your own sadhana. It is the grace that's very, very vital, plays a very vital part. So, Yogi ji is full of grace, and his grace was perennially flowing from him to everyone. So there is the tuning to his wavelength. When that happens, there is a free flow of grace. Once I was standing near our ashram gate in the evening. Yogi's car was coming at the curve. From the right side, Yogi's car was coming at the point. And on the right, two ladies were coming towards the ashram. And one lady was crying. Another lady was folding her and bringing. Seeing me at the gate and seeing the yogi's car coming closer, the lady stood at a distance. When the yogi's car came near the ashram, he waved his length, waved his hand. When I went near, he took his hands. He took my hands, and that's it. They are in great distress. They are suffering. Kindly take care of them. Do the needful. Father's blessings, and he left. So when Yogi ji had left, and the car moved, then the ladies came. One lady was staying in Ramananagar, and her husband was working as a cook in Yogi ji's ashram. The other lady who was inconsolably crying was her sister. So the elder sister was saying, my sister lost her husband in an accident and left two children and the wife completely like a destitute. She was just hardly 25 or 26, something like that. Less than 30. And the elder sister said, I do not know what to do. Whole day she is crying and crying and crying. And she was poor and she had no other resources. So the elder sister tried to help her to. But it was too much for the younger sister to bear the burden, and inconsol. Whole day she is crying. I don't know what to do. And I told her, see, Yogi ji had blessed me, requested me to take care of you, which means he is taking care. He is asking me to taking care means it is his blessings that is going to take care. I am happy that he is also involved me in his grace, in his act of grace. He had already decided to help them. Like Krishna says to Arjuna, I have already killed them. So it would look similar. So I am just doing nothing. He had finished everything. His very sankalpa was sufficient. So when I understood that, I didn't feel any burden. The moment he said that, it is only a ruse. I'm just I'm used as a pawn. That's all. I didn't have to do anything else to move as the pawn was moved. So, that itself was sufficient for me to not to think. Oh, he has done it. It looked that everything was over. Even before it had commissioned, the work seems to be over. That is the beauty of grace. That is how grace is to be understood. Grace is in the beginning, grace is in the middle, grace is in the end. So we should not look for grace at the end, at the faraway date. It begins, everything moves, starts, moves, everything is done by us. So, if you are aware of that presence of grace, in the beginning you would also feel even the end is in the beginning itself. It's a continuum. So I felt totally relaxed. But it's a heavy responsibility. But you don't feel you are responsible. You are not alone in this act of grace. You are not even wanted for this. It is a blessing that you are also involved in this act of grace of the Master. So I talked to her, consoled her, then told the elder sister, since if she lives in the house, she would be like that. Because she would be alone in the house with no one, and with you what you can do. So if she cries, you would be crying. So why don't you, for a change, bring her here in the morning and leave her here. And she can go back to your house whenever she wants. Until then, she can just get involved in something awesome. There would be some people who would be coming, going, something. That would be a change for her. So she agreed, and next day morning, she said she would bring her sister and drop her here. And I told her, she had 2 children, 2 boys, who are going to school. So I told her, you bring the children also along with them. So all the 3, let them take their food here, attend this morning puja or something. Then the children go to school carrying some food for their lunch. And when they come back after the school, they can take your mother back to your house for the night stay. So this was what the arrangement was done. So they came, as usual but after coming here also, she was inconsolable. It was too much. So as long as I sit and talk to her, it seems to be all right. But once, if I move, then she would go to some corner and start crying. Now, I have quite few things to do. Like I am the cook, I am the cleaner, I am the people to attend on the visitors. Although I wish to give all my time, still it's not practical. So only part of the time I was able to, in spite of my trying to give her best, still there were patches of time where she was alone and she would go back to her crying inconsolably. So then I was wondering what to do now. Then I thought there must be some change must come. First she should stop crying. And towards that, there must be something which should make her happy. So then I told her I would take care of your children. You should not worry about money. You have the blessings of Yogi ji, that you should count only on that. I would take care of the education of your children. You do not have to worry about money. So all the 3 can meet here. I would provide whatever is necessary for. So financially you don't bother about your money. Be free. So you and your children would be taken care of. That insecurity feeling you should drop. I cannot make you rich, but it can make you comfortable. So with that, then I thought to bring here some chairs. They were Brahmin family. So in the Brahmin family, they have come to the age where they have to put the sacred thread, which is a very important function, which was not performed. So I thought if I can create an occasion where her mind would come back and that would make her happy. So I told I would bear all the expenses for the thread ceremony. And you do whatever your part. Okay, you want to buy some clothes, you go and buy. Just to make her involved in something. Then I met Yogi ji. Then I told him that they are coming. So I am taking care of the children's education and their needs. And the immediate thing to be done is putting the thread ceremony, which was not done. So they were at the right age. And Yogi ji said, yes, do it. Then he suggested, don't stop with that function. After the function is over, ensure that they perform their Sandhya Vandana properly, for which they need some coaching to be done by a qualified priest. So keep a priest, ensure that the function do not go as a mechanical way, that it is involve them with their spiritual discipline by regularly doing Sandhya Vandanam and Gayatri Japa. So I have arranged for a priest, and I told you in the meditation hall the function was done. I said you invite all your friends, relatives. So just spent a little more than what was necessary to make her cheerful. The function was over. So I took both the children to Yogi Ji's presence and he blessed them both. So this was the first change that could be brought in. Then later I suggested, you need not keep both the children here, keep one children here. Then another children, I would put him in Ramakrishna Mission. They have a school where they learn more than the studies, some spiritual presence also. So he would grow up there with that, and you keep for your support one child. And she agreed, and I fixed it there in Madras and arranged for one child. So his whole education would be taken care of. I have made a caretaker also to ensure that everything goes smoothly in Madras. So that next stage was over. So after that, when all the responsibility is over, I thought she would have come back. It looks that for a short period she was all right, cheerful. But when all these were over, then she went back again to her old mood. Again she started crying. I was wondering what to do now. The crying does not seem to stop. Then I tried my level best, but it was not what I expected. So I thought, I have to think differently. So I thought I must engage her totally in something. If I do not engage her, her mind would go back somewhere. So I want to engage her. So I asked her, see, you have to support me also. So you should feel yourself. You have a fine body, fine mind, innocent mind. You should put them into proper use. Tell me what you are interested, what you want to do. And she was in no mood to. Her interest was, I could not find her interest in anything. So I was probing her, what do you know? She was illiterate also. She didn't have much education also. And she was married very early, 18 years or something like that. So he just got caught up in the family, that's all. She never knew anything. And she was from a village where there was opportunities to mix with people were also less. So I was trying to ask her, and she was unable to find. Then being a woman, I thought she would be knowing the cooking and all those things. So I thought, what do you know when it comes to cooking? And she knew very little. Then I asked, can you make papad? You know papad? Papad. Appalam. Appalam. It's a thin sheet of flour which you fry in there. So this is commonly known by, all of us. I thought she might be knowing. She said, I don't know. I said, can you make pickles or can you make something? I thought I would give her a business. I just should bring her out from that. No, you should do a business now. I want you to make an entrepreneur. So, some 500 rupees I took. This is your capital. So, we would make some business. Tell me what business you are involved in. I wonder what to do now. I thought, if she does not know, you know yourself and teach her. No complaints, you know. If she does not know, you know. Then I started learning how to make appalams. I myself started learning. Then I made her sit with me. I was doing it. When I felt that I was perfect, I could make it perfect papad. I showed her, see, I'm a man. Never did this. You are a woman by birth, you have in your genes. You can do it. If I can do it, why can't you? I didn't know anything. I didn't say I don't know anything. It is easy to say I don't know. But we must know. See, I am as ignorant as you are. Now I have made this. So why can't you? We would make it together. So I would teach you how to make it. First I learned and made her taught. Then she got slowly interested. Then I gave her a notebook. Buy this. For the 500 rupees, this is what we have brought. And then start doing work. Then I showed her how to make the work. And comparison, I said I would not leave you until you make it perfect. So I ensured that she made perfect appalam. Slowly she got interest. She woke up from her world of depression, came out. Then she came regularly, 8 o'clock in the morning she was dot. Immediately she would go to take that thing and start working. I found she is now uncomfortable. So I left her alone, sat her now and then. When I knew that she is on her own, that I should allow her to be free to do her work. Then daily she would come from 8, evening at 5 she would be here. Daily in the morning she would be making appalam. Then you have to dry it in the sun. So the entire open terrace was filled with papads. Everywhere in the ashram, papads were drying. So much papads were in hundreds and thousands were made. Now what to do with these papads? How to do the marketing? I can't ask her to just go to sell it. I cannot. So I have to help her. So I have to become not only a manufacturer of appalam, but also a salesman. Where could I go and sell? The only place I know is Ramana. So I said, okay, if Yogi is helping her, I would take some help from Ramana. So I went and told the ashram president, see, some girl had this problem, I am making this. It's a fine quality product. Anyhow, for ashram use, you are buying from outside. Would you mind buying from her? So that she, no, Swami, please send. You can send as many thousands as you want. We have no problem in spending it. It's a big ashram. So whatever we pay to the market people, we pay her the same thing. So I introduced her to the ashram. Then made small packs of 50, nice small packs. Said ashram had promised. So you can go and sell and get the money. They would pay you the money. So I had made her to work and earn on her own. And she was so delighted. First time in her life, she worked and she found some money, boosted her confidence. Then I told her, so your investment was 500 rupees. You have earned 1,000 rupees. which is 100% profit you have got. So it's a good thing. Now, sky is the limit for you. I have found one good customer. With this, you can find plenty of customers. If Ramanashram buys, everybody would buy. That is the center of. So you have no problem. You can work as much as you want to work. Your thing is guaranteed, sales are guaranteed, money is guaranteed. Now you start earning the money. Open a small account in the bank, put your money. You don't have to spend a single pi out of this. That is your savings. You don't spend for you, or you don't spend for your children. All the expenses for you and your children would be met by me. This is you have worked, this is you have earned, that is your savings for the future. In 6 months, she was completely normal, became normal. Then I suggested, see, this is only a small beginning I have done. Then I suggested, you can make this also. You can make this also. Don't work yourself every time. You teach what I had taught you something. You teach someone. Keep some people who work for you and pay them. So that you can increase your profits and you can share your profits. You can help others, you can help yourself. So she gave her a lot of encouragement. After 6 months she said, I am now completely on my own. I would like to settle down, taking a small house and doing whatever you taught. I don't want to burden you and the ashram. I am able to now earn. She volunteered to live on her own. Until then I kept her here. After that she would come and go and like that. And the beauty is, in all these 6 months, I had never ever felt I am doing. I never felt I am doing the work. I felt everything is being done, and you never felt that you are the doer. So you can only feel the moment of grace. And I felt so grateful to Yogi because he had, he could have, just with his mere look, would have taken care of her. But just he involved me also. So this is some kind of a beautiful knit. We are together. So we were doing together, and that too doing with someone called like a yogi. Where, he fulfills. We start, he completes. So it looks like, so there was always a moment of beauty and joy. So the sons educated, they are settled now, they are quite happy now.
What about the children now?
They are grown up, they have settled, they have good education, they have settled in life. So like that, many incidents like this would happen. Once a lady came with total suffering. We had accepted, and again the grace flows and everything happens.
Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar.